lesson with
Excellent.
Leper, going over an in-house game, FTD Red tryout between, you know, people trying out. So Cowboy, Cowboy Steven, Puffin, BNJ, and myself versus Dilly Dilly Stealthy, Death's Cold, aka Tyler, I Am Bad Vibes, aka Dave, and Leper Koopa, Leper-san, Papa Koopa, Coop Daddy. Alright.
Please no.
So just looking at the team comps in general here. So we on the blue side we had Shen, Nocturne, Orianna, Jin, Nautilus versus a Maokai, Elise, Nico, Xayah, Rakan. So our main win condition on the blue side was to just kill the Nico and the Xayah in the late game. So we just wanted to like tide over towards the mid to late game and wait for this Elise to fall off, and then pick either the Nico or the Xayah, and then peel back for the rest and kill everyone else. So like Wombo onto.
I'm actually really not happy with this comp that I drafted. Like it was probably the worst thing I drafted today.
It wasn't bad because your win fight condition was to be able to stop us from popping Nico or
My
Xayah.
thought process when I drafted it all was basically y'all are gonna run at us, so let's let you run at us. If
Yeah,
that
which
makes
isn't a
sense.
bad comp, right? It's a disengage comp. Like,
Yeah.
that's not a bad comp at all. It's just about execution at that point. Like I thought this was like a really good draft, like on both sides, because we had what we wanted to do and you had what you wanted to do, and both were just as good at it. Like I think it was evenly matched comps. It was going to come down to execution. Like if we could find it or if you could peel us off. And that was going to come down to Maokai ults, Nico ults, Xayah ults, and Rakan ults. Just like how well you can peel off our, you know, Shen Nocturne delivery service onto.
I mean, that's
your
the classic, the classic BDS comp. What you got there?
But yeah, so that was our comp. It was kind of like, it was slightly like we had the burden of execution in this, so it was a little, our comp in that sense was harder to execute because we were the ones who had to be, you know, proactive in doing something. But yeah, no, you drafted well against it. Like, I don't know. I just thought this was a good draft on both sides. I was really happy with both drafts. I was like,
I guess it's the
like I would be
execution part,
happy to have
thinking
either
about it.
draft.
Yeah.
Like that's what I mean by like it was a good draft, and that like if I was on either side, I'd be happy with this draft because then it comes down to execution and
yeah. No
is
team
our team
clearly
better
won.
than their team, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Alright. But yeah. So that kind of covers what the team comps are trying to do. Let's get into the game. Directed camera. Okay, I'm just gonna speed up a little bit through here, just because it's at the beginning.
Welcome to Summoner's Rift. 30 seconds until minions spawn.
Okay, this is standard 5-point. I kind of inted here. The fact that I lived was kind of shocking. But we take those.
Same from ours.
It was like I think it was because the Nico didn't hit the root. I'm pretty sure the Nico didn't hit the root, which is sad. I had no clue that you guys had snuck up in there. I was kind of inting. But it's okay, because he started your red buff, and you didn't have vision of it. So. Oh yeah, by the way, I worded right here, so I saw exactly what the Elise was doing this whole game.
Yeah, I knew that once it was there.
Okay, I'm gonna focus on you because this is, you know, not like a team VOD review. This is just for you.
Yeah, this is just me.
Okay. You guys are doing good. You're, you know, zoning us off, trying to get level 2 first. You want to be hitting a little because we had 3 casters there and you had 2. You already know not to do that again. Right.
Yeah.
Like that's the type of thing you learn the hard way. Like I learned that the hard way too on Rakan. You just can't go in level 1. Like there's just like no.
So juicy though. I mean.
It looks so good, but you just can't. Like against anyone, especially a Nautilus. But yeah.
I need
earlier.
the way to get out. Yeah.
Oh, let me turn on nameplates actually here, just so. But yeah. You had 2 casters. We had 3, but you had zone, so you should have been able to get level 2 before us. There. I was sad you lived, but it's okay. It was like next one we get you. But
You get me on the next one, I think.
No, because you have biscuits, so you live. It takes 2 more. We get your flash and heal on this one. And then the next one is with your biscuits. We don't get you with the one after, I think we do. But yeah, so you should have been able to get level 2 there.
This one I was trying to get you to bait the... I was trying to be fancy here. Is what I was trying to do. So my thought process, I don't know if this is a good thought process, was to... Eventually, it occurs to me. I don't know if it's right here. But to hug the bot wall so that if you throw the hook and miss, you hit the wall. And I can, as you throw, E to Zaya and then W back to catch you.
Yeah, that definitely can work. I'm just... Yeah.
It's an overthinky.
It's
an overthinky.
Like, I would never think about that. I would just, you know, not be too worried about that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Now we're just boring. Laning. Bro, it was great. I loved playing with BNJ today, actually, though, because he, like, talked, and that was wonderful. I understand now why BNJ is such a good ADC, because I've never played with BNJ while he talked to me, but he did today, because it was a tryout, and it was amazing. Like, you saw in our game, like, we played bot lane 2 games in a row together, and we absolutely popped off.
I mean, I've been telling you, like, when he talks or when he feels it's, like, a real serious kind of thing, you know what I mean? Like, it's a different guy.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I'm really sad there. I didn't get any autos off for roots or my hook off just because I was behind minions. Like, it looked like I was inting there, but the Nocturne was coming. But if I hit literally anything, one of you was dead.
We played that one rather well.
Yeah, you played really well to stop me from like getting any CC on you, which is exactly what I wanted to do.
Part of my issue here too, from a thought process end, is I was focused more on like popping you or catching you out rather than looking at BNJ.
Yeah, you don't want to be looking at me. That's for sure, especially in on because I counter you.
It took me a way longer than I would like to admit to come to that conclusion.
Yeah, because, like, if you try to E out, if I auto you and, like, my auto goes through, you're just rooted. Like, you're just, you're doomed. Yeah. And then there we got you, yep. And then here we had the taunt, and I was really sad. I thought he had his flash, so he was going to taunt flash, but we still got it.
If I had just E'd out rather than W'ing you, I would have lived.
Yeah. But yeah, we played that one good.
I overestimated.
But yeah, that's... Yeah, you have to be really careful about Rakan early, because you don't have as much tankiness as you think you do. And then if we pan back to the wave, you can see us properly pushing it in. As soon as our next wave gets here, we shove this next one in.
Comparing this to the last Rakan game we reviewed, this is a lot better.
Oh yeah, that's honestly why I picked Nautilus here over Leona, was because I wanted to see you play this matchup specifically again. Just because I know we went over this matchup specifically. It wasn't like because it was Kais and Nautilus instead of Jhin Nautilus, but yeah, whatever. Same idea.
It's close enough, yeah.
It's more of the Nautilus and you playing.
The practitioners of the champions were much more skilled than the last ones. Yes.
I can confidently say that I am a better Nautilus than the one that you played against.
Yeah. Yeah. That's team number 4 that we broke.
Oh yeah, did you like my my multiple just like fade away ults for the kill?
Oh man.
Like remember when you thought you escaped over the back of Baron Pit and then I just dropped a ward and ulted you at max range and it's just like yeet.
That made me so upset.
Oh god, I love that one. That one made me so happy because you were like just at the end of it.
I learned something laning against you every time. Like I absolutely love laning against you because
that's thank you. I appreciate it. Cause
not trying to say this like travel, right? Laning against travel was a lot of fun. But it was like laning against me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're just kind of throwing stuff out. We're not really understanding it, you know what I mean?
Like, it wasn't meaningful.
Yeah. And then, like, oh, I love that. Like, I got a lot.
That was really good. You got his flash out. I was able to buffer the stun, though, from the cocoon. But yeah, that was really good. You got the BNJ's flash out. That was good engagement.
But with laning against you, like you actually see and read what I'm doing,
Hmm.
so I really have to think. Like even though like I made a lot of mistakes laning against you, like I was still
Yeah.
thinking. I was thinking.
Yeah,
in the long
exactly. And you're like, it's just the practice of critical thinking is how you get better. Also, I was really sad that hook didn't hit, because if that hook hit, you were dead. You were dead to rights.
Yeah, Joey was not in position for me to E out on that
Like
hook.
I think you would have been in tower range too. Maybe you would have been just outside of it, but still, it was like, yeah.
Mhm.
Oh my god, I was really sad that one missed. Yeah. But yeah, so basically what I've seen so far is slight mismanagement of the wave. You've kind of let us do whatever we want with the wave. Sadly, BNJ was not farming the best at the beginning, so he's, instead of being like 10, 15 CS up, he has recovered from his deficit. I remember he did have a deficit earlier
Yes,
in
he
this
did.
lane, but we've kind of recovered for this. And now I'm just, yeah.
And
I was
then
just fishing for anything because I know we can lock at least one of you down.
It's like honestly, the Shen is what fucked this over.
He
so much.
actually
It's like,
was so good. It's like, I'm not gonna lie, after his first game, he didn't do too hot. Like, he got kind of destroyed in lane a little bit. But this game, he was on it. Like, these Shen plays, like the ults, we weren't even, like, we didn't tell him, like, the Shen ult. He just did. Like, both times, he just did
that's
it.
that's a good Shen player. Like
Yeah.
really, like that's
Oh,
how
yeah, he was so
the
good.
sign of a good Shen player.
Like, he was just listening to us talking and being like, we're gonna go, and he just went. And it was, it was a good surprise, you know?
By this point in the game, you had already tilted Dilly out.
Unlucky. Yeah, oh yeah, he's 1-4. Yeah.
Yeah, like by this point in the game, Dilly is already tilted out of the game.
Let's see. And then very nice roam through the mid lane, you know. I saw you do this and I like, you know, like smiled to myself because like, yeah, I taught him that. Like when you showed up mid lane, it was like he did it. He did what I said. It was really good tag up. Just ult for the movement speed. Good. You could have autoed there a couple times, and if you could have gotten the kill.
Yeah.
Like, how much does he live with? 41.
41. Two
Let's
auto
see
attacks.
here. You have 76 AD. She has 31%. I think one auto would have done it. Because 31% reduced of 76 is going to be a minus, what, 25 or so? Yeah, so if you had autoed her once more, she would have died. But that's just like a small thing and a small mechanics thing that you can work on. Just like weaving in autos. Like here, you could have autoed her at least once. And then auto. Yeah, you could have probably weaved in 2, 3 autos easily. Maybe 4 if you were greeting. But yeah. Autos are huge. Very, very nice to weave autos in. That's a smaller thing, but yeah. Oh yeah, Puffin was like, "Oh my god, I live! Oh my god!" It was really funny.
I don't think that Puffin expected me to show up there.
He did not. He did not expect it at all. And honestly, I didn't either. Like, I didn't even think to call it out. Like, I was like, they're bot lane backed, but I never like was like they could show up mid, you know?
Yeah.
So he had no reason to expect it.
With that, like that drive by, like it was just so clear. Like this is perfect.
Yeah, the drive-bys are so strong.
Up. He's so far up. I can do that.
Drive-bys are so good because like mid laners are never expecting the support roam.
They're not. Especially off the back. Like especially off the back. In solo queue, that tilts the fuck out of mid laner.
Oh yeah.
Why did you ping missing?
It's like they backed. I don't know what you want, man. They're backed. It's like, yeah, they aren't respecting it. Yeah. Also, at this point, we're looking for anything.
Yeah.
Like that.
That was the thing.
That wasn't like that one wasn't gonna kill. That would have chunked though.
This is where I get the hook the wall idea. Like if you had hooked the wall there.
Because if I had hooked the wall there, I would have been really cut out. You wouldn't have killed me because you didn't have R, but you could have. And then this one, yeah, you played very respectfully walking up to me like that. You did not respect me. and my ability to just go on you, especially when I had R and you didn't have flash either. It's really sad he missed that second shot.
Sad that B&J did not kill me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like you barely got out, and he was really sad that he missed those, didn't get it. I think. Oh no, he doesn't get one. There. Yeah, you both get out. We're just like, okay, we get plates here. But yeah, like that play there. Let me go back to it actually real quick. Go back to it.
That was just
Just see
disrespectful.
like what should you have done? All right, let's see. You're zoning out. You know, you're pushing out here. Again, just be mindful that I have flash and ultimate. You have neither, right?
Right.
And then, so there's the missed hook. You also have no idea what my ignite timer is. I'm guessing.
Yeah, I have none whatsoever. No idea.
Yeah, it was never pinged. Like this,
I
you just
wasn't
kind of walk
expecting
up there,
this,
yeah.
is the thing. Like, I was not
Okay.
in that bush. That's why I walked there. Like if I had expected you or thought you were in that bush, I wouldn't have done it.
But yeah, bushes are great. I love playing with bushes. Vision. Which means you can do the same thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Just like being in Fog of War, like even if they know where you are in Fog of War, it's like the uncertainty is scary.
That's one of the things that I learned and was bad at as a jungler was like not seeing is worse than seeing. Like if they see you,
not
they know
seeing but
exactly
thinking you know is worse than see.
Yeah.
Which is why vision denial is so much more important than vision gain.
Mhm. My vision got better throughout the night. I was
Yeah.
not happy with my vision this game.
Yeah, this one wasn't
It was
the
okay.
best. I think it was like 45 or something in a
Part of that was
20
just
something game.
like I keep like in my head of where good vision is, so I don't band-aid vision. I'm so upset
That
that I
one was
missed that.
close.
I was
Yeah, that was
so
unlucky.
upset I missed that.
But it was just barely short. But
And I
I'm
didn't
glad
have
that you
flash
looked
to
for it.
extend it.
I'm glad that you looked for it. This was me being super caught out, but Shen ulti once again comes through.
Yeah.
And I proc my aftershock, and I just get to be a tanky motherfucker.
Yeah, and then there's the Nocturne, and then this is where like,
Yeah.
the game, y'all won the game off.
Yeah, we had a insane 5-man bot play right there off of the Puffin TP and the Shen ulti. So we get first tower here. I think we go back up to mid. But yeah, that one, it was good to look, but once again, you have to remember where's our team. Right,
Yeah.
like, let me go back to it. Because I'm guessing you didn't know that Orianna still had TP or weren't respecting it.
I was not respecting the
Yeah.
Orianna TP.
Okay.
And I wasn't really
How far
respecting
back
the
was-
Shen.
Oh,
I
yeah.
was just like,
I passed it.
boom.
Back off here, and then down. Alright, and let me actually pause here just to toggle Fog of War. So Fog of War for red. Let me see like what you see. So you know Nocturne's here, you know Orianna's hovering bot side. They're both going out here. Nocturne may or may not have ult
Like I
at
know
this
Orianna's here.
point in
right?
time. Yep. You know they're both going back up, but now you lose vision of both
You
of them.
lose vision of them completely.
Orianna's
so
there.
I-
You still don't know where Nocturne is.
Yep.
Shen ulti comes through, and now you really want to be looking. And yeah, now it's just doomed, just because the Nocturnal. And yeah, the big one I guess there is to just respect the Nocturnal more than anything. Like it's kind of hard to track Shen.
Like I guess
Ultimate.
in my head I respected the Nocturne ult, and I was confident that like in that moment that we could turn that. But I wasn't respecting the Shen.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the hard one, because like when he's all the way up in top lane, it's like respecting someone in top lane is a lot harder to like remember and think about than respecting the jungler, because you're already
As
like thinking
I
about the
also
jungler.
was a big Nocturne player, so like
Yeah.
I understand kind of how that is.
But yeah, his Shen ults though were on point. Okay, let's see, and then you go for a TP that gets stopped because he just TP'd in the face of a Shen.
Yeah.
So we end up going for Herald here. Yeah, we could mid tower. It was pretty slow play. I think we back off. Yeah, we back. And I'm really sad that you guys answer with mid tower, but you did a good job getting that back.
That was probably like our best macro decision the entire
So it's just
game.
hard push, yeah. But yeah, this is kind of the point in the game where you don't have to wait for that second wave to push, especially in mid lane, because it's a short lane. Because you can actually, push quick enough. Yeah, I'm sad y'all got this. We didn't get back quick enough. I think you guys get kills here top. Maybe not.
No, we do.
Oh yeah, you do, but I think we turn it. Yeah, because I'm coming up. Yeah.
Yeah, it ends up being a
So you
trade
get
in
one
y'all's
there.
favor because y'all come around here, and this is where it goes bad. If I'm remembering right.
Alright, no, actually, you guys just get out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, that was a good clap by
And
you
I
guys.
remember being very.
Oh, but
surprised
he
on why
traded
the
back
thing-
on Dilly. Yeah, so Dilly. So it was a 1-for-1. See, then Vision Nile's more important, so we don't care how much we dropped. Clear that board. Yeah. Alright, let's see how much you can clear. You need to be a lot more respectful about, because you're all the way out here and we're behind you, right?
Yeah.
Like, you have to start with your own jungle and then go out. And,
Okay.
because like if you had started with your own jungle, Zai wouldn't have died there because you would have known that we had like 3 lurking right there. And you missed all of them because we didn't really put any vision in the river. We just put it all in your jungle. We actually end up turning this just because we're so far ahead.
You do because you're so far ahead. Like
The Nocturne comes in. He was looking for you, but he couldn't get you, so he just ended up like he lost vision of
Now
you.
I int this. I int this.
Yeah.
I get killed by the Nocturne passive.
Yep. Like I saw the the 2 kills come through, and I was like, okay, we got the Maokai, and then I saw it was you, and I was like, wait, did he kill you with Nocturne passive from over the wall without even seeing you?
No. What it was is I W in to try to ensure the Maokai getting out, and I had the E buffered to get out immediately. But as I W in, the Nocturne passive goes off and kills me.
Yeah, that's unlucky. And that one, I just played greedy, and I wouldn't. Honestly, I probably would have died there, but I wouldn't have W'd. I would have just E'd the Maokai instead. Like when I'm that low, I don't.
I felt really good about this one too, actually.
Yeah, that was really good engaged. You just don't quite have the damage to kill us.
Yeah, like I think not trying to be egotistical, and I'm not saying that I played good. I feel like I played this game the best on my team.
Yeah. No, your Rakan engages seemed and felt like playing against it. It felt a lot smoother.
Oh, considerably.
Yeah.
It felt much better to play. Like I really consciously tried to lead with E this game. And
which was good because your engages are just so much smoother when you are E.
Yeah.
Right? Because you just get in there sooner, and there's less time for people to get to you.
Yeah, or not E. I consciously tried to lead with R this game.
Yeah.
But still, it's the same thing.
Mhm.
It's a more guaranteed engage. Like I can start a fight generally when I want, rather than waiting for just a pick.
And then I guess the one other thing to note too now is, especially when you're behind here, this is really good disengage. It's just too bad we have too much. Also, he probably could have gotten out if he didn't try to int for the trade kill.
Yeah.
But yeah, you have to start thinking, especially when you're behind, how do we win the game? Like in that, you watched that game, right? Where we were down like 10k gold.
No, I was playing
my Rakan game. Oh, okay. Well, you should watch that game. 'Cause that's a great Rakan game. That's a masterpiece. Like that's a masterclass Rakan game. If you want a good Rakan game to watch, but I was constantly thinking. Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I was like constantly thinking, how do we win this game? And the same thing applies on the other side, how do they win this game if you're ahead, right? So if you're you,
I
how
have
do
a lot better time thinking about it just from a macro perspective, right? This was another one where I'm like, oh.
that one was just. I want to watch it again. What happened there?
Stealthy decided to repel. That's why he died.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think he repelled, which kind of trolled you.
No.
Okay,
no,
that was a good
the
flash, and he couldn't. Yeah, so you couldn't eat to him.
Like if
I guess
he
he was.
repelled,
Maybe
he
you
didn't
drop
repel,
R there and he gets out.
that's what it is. Like the once the Shen ults, the best case scenario is us getting out alive, right?
Yeah.
So like Puffin flashes that.
Like when
The
you were
repel
on
is
top
what-
of Puffin, I think if you R'd and charmed up the Puffin and then like
I just
walked
wanted
that
to
way
get
with
out.
him and E'd to Stealthy, maybe you can save him. Maybe not, just because
I just
of
think
the
that
chase down.
once
But
Stealthy repelled there with the Shen coming out underneath him, I'm just like, you're dead.
yeah, and that one, it's like
Nuts.
it's gonna be really hard to get him out. Maybe you can, but yeah.
Yeah,
Once
I
the
figured
Shen
I'd
comes
just-
through, you have to just
This was my
leave.
best play of the entire game.
Okay, this was the taunt. Oh, this was the int. So we were like, we can pick this guy. This was, see, look at that. The RE into W. Like, that
And
was,
that's
that was perfect. That's exactly how you do it. That was amazing.
Like that was the most beautiful moment. Probably the best Rakan play I've ever made.
And it's not even that hard. Like,
It's not that
you know how to
hard.
do it. It's so simple. But it
Like, I
looks
saw
so
it and
clean, and it just comes through so quick. There's so much, like, in the Rakan game that I played, Dilly was, like, DMing me during the game. Like, I hate your Rakan. This is how it feels like. I understand now. Because, like, there's just nothing you can do about it, right? Like,
No.
if someone else goes in as primary engage, or you just, like, get, you know, anything, they're just locked down forever if you have any follow-up engage. It just
Yep.
feels so bad. And that fight right there was all you. Like, we inted trying to get the Maokai, but basically the way we looked at it was like, okay, we now understand. We now understand what we can and can't do, right? So
Yeah,
like,
and
we
it
now
never happened
understand
again.
yeah.
It never happened again. Like
And we
that
like
was,
verbalized it too, like, this is, you know,
this is the
oh, here it
thing,
is, here
right?
it is, here it is. This is beautiful. Watch this.
I get out.
Ward over the
and then
wall,
you-
ulti.
and then you saw that. I was like, fuck. That's so bad.
Oh god, I love that. That's the other thing that I like to do is I try to keep my play creative. That's why I think, you know, it's
This
laning
killed the
against
fuck
me
out of it.
is
this right here killed the crap out of me.
oh my gosh. I think I saved him. Yeah. Oh no, he barely dies.
No,
but yeah.
no, not that. But like, if you watch it back, it's Dilly going back in.
Oh yeah, like he was out. He was out.
He was out, and he just goes back in.
Yeah.
I was trying to like.
So I was trying to trade kills. Like, no, you just want to live, my dude. But yeah. What was I saying before that? I forget what I was saying. But no, yeah, when we were going on the Maokai, it's like, yo, we can pick this guy. And after that, we like verbalized. We were like, okay, now we know he's big enough that we can't just pick him. So we can't do that anymore. We just need to focus Nico Zaya. And so for the rest of the game, you'll see we never did that again.
You're talking about your play being creative.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I like that. Like I take a lot of pride in being like a creative player, and that's why I think, you know, like I think that's one of the reasons why you enjoy laning against me as well. That contributes to it, I hope. But yeah. Also, Nautilus privilege, lol. Just auto summon for aftershock. Press W. Shen ult on top of me. It's just really hard for you guys to win fights right now. Any fights? But yeah, so right now your job is definitely, you have to be looking to pop either the Orianna or the Jhin. Like, if you don't do that, you just kind of lose. This was another fadeaway ult. Let's go him. But yeah. Like, you either need to be able to disengage us perfectly when we engage, or you need to pop our backline when we engage. I think we just abandoned Puffin. Yeah. Call this an overextend, unlucky. Oh yeah, he gets rooted and he flashes him over to me, so we both die here. Yeah, this was unlucky. This was a overcommit by us, hardcore. We still get Jude, sadly, with I think it was a 4-shot Q or something. I don't know. Yeah.
Tanner, watch you guys that played that ball. Maybe you want to play it.
Oh, Jin Nautilus?
Yes.
Yeah, it's nasty. See, this is why I'm always tell you not to ban Nautilus, because Nautilus is just so good. With
That's
so
why.
many
That's
things.
why I ask you first.
Yeah. Like,
And
you
then you see the
can
reason
play
why.
Jin, you can play Varus, anything like
But you see
that
why I
has
do
some
want to
type
ban
of power.
Nautilus.
Oh yeah, because playing against him absolutely sucks. Also, Joey, get better ultimates. You died so many times without ulting. Like, you can ult my ult, and you never did. Maybe you did once later on in the game, but there was a lot of times you died early where you could have.
Okay, I'll work on that.
Yeah. That's just working on getting comfortable with defensive and reaction ulting.
To get comfortable.
Which will come, because you're not, like, you don't play Xayah, right? Like, you're new to Xayah, right? It's like, generally.
No. Generally,
Or, like,
recently.
new to
yeah.
coming back. Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I
The
don't
only
expect
one-
perfection. I'm sad that
Yeah.
missed too. I really wanted that to hit. But yeah.
There's so many zombies here. I don't know why. I don't like it.
Okay. Oh yeah. So now, again, continuing with thinking about how you can win the game. You have to find a fight at Baron. Like, get a wombo combo when we're all grouped up before we can go on to you. Because there are two ways to beat us. Go on to us before we can go on to you. And, like, you know, kill our damage dealers. Or peel us off when we go on to you. So now the way you win is either by peeling us off, or probably more likely is you're gonna have to, because since you're behind, you can't really play reactively anymore. That was really good though, Joey. You just ulted my ult there, and you did that really well. Did that perfectly.
Thank you, friend.
Like, I saw that and was like, yes, finally, he did it. But sadly, I get it back when you ult my ult. Or I think you ulted as I was casting it, so I got it back, so it wasn't, like, quite out. That one seemed a little sus. He kind of went in there alone. He didn't. I don't think you need to go in there. But yeah, since you guys are behind, you have to force at this point, and you have to you have to find a wombo combo while we're in one of the pits, either Baron or Elder. I'm not gonna lie, your comp is really hard to play from far behind. Like, you're designed to play from, like, ahead to maybe 2-3k gold behind, depending on the time. But if you're really far behind and you can't peel us off just because we do too much damage, it's really hard to play out your comp. Like, you're forced to do things your comp's not designed to do. Clean stuff. Yeah, I think here we thought you were on it. Like, we thought you would just, like, start it up and try and burn it. And then I saw you. I don't know what you were doing, but I thought you were, like, zoning us off. Like, I was like, they're on it, they're on it, they're on it. Like, I thought you were just zoning and being, like, a human ward or something. But you were not. That's another thing you can do, since you were there, is maybe look for the Hail Mary. Just be ready to leave ASAP if we get anywhere near it.
Red team's inhibitor is respawning soon.
I think this one's done in like a team fight or two. Oh yeah, here I'm just looking. I was a 50-50 shot on getting the right one, but then I just ulted them. And then this one was my bad. I went way too far. But we were just ahead, so they were still able to clean up, I think. Oh yeah, this was like 9 people died and BNJ alone survived. And it was because I went in way too far without support, without backup. wasn't sad that Steven died. He needed to probably just leave because he was taking so much minion damage. But yeah, 9 kills. BNJ's the only one left. He doesn't have time to get inhib. With Elias respawning. Oh yeah, I think I call him over to Elder. And we just like 3 mana or 2 mana. But you see it because you have good wards out. We also see you. But oh yeah, this was huge. This was, I think this like put the nail in the coffin on the game. Just that Shen TP and the kill onto, yeah. Because that guaranteed Elder and Baron. Yeah, and I'm just going to zoom through the rest of this. Because at this point, it's, right, we're past like the individual stuff. It's kind of just like team stuff. And at this point, it's really hard as a team to play. Pick, 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 pick. Yeah, if you guys are gonna do this, you have to do it before we get the Elder, if you're gonna have a chance. Oh yeah, and I think we play it safe, grab Baron and then end. And then we, yeah, I remember. We grab Baron and then we ARAM it down bot. Just like we did in the last game that I played. Yeah, and then from my standpoint as well, this was like the 100% play, because like you could be like, oh, why didn't you just end there? But that's just always remembering to always analyze not just how do we win, but how do they win, and they win by getting some miracle fight at the Baron with a Baron steal and an ace to get back into the game. So we just avoid that. That's good. You get Steven, but we're just too strong with Elder, so we just clean up. But that was a really good pick onto the Nocturne. That's what you need to be looking for. That was, you were doing the right thing. Like you have to find unfair fight, like uneven numbers fights. Yeah. Nice. But yeah, overall, I thought the Rakan play was clean. Your positioning was poor. You just needed to be more respectful, just in general, and like think more critically about like, can I do this? How much can they punish me for this? Who can be here and punish me for this? Which is hard with a Shen. I understand. I, fall into the same slumps a lot. But yeah. Do you have any questions, Leper? Oh, Leper left. Leper got dragged up to coaching 101s to talk to Byzantine. I didn't know he left because streamer mode's on, so I didn't get a notification when he left.
I didn't hear it either.
Unlucky. It's okay. It's recorded, so